When I was born back in 1983, 52% of the world's population lived in extreme poverty. One person alone can only do so much, and no matter who you are, whether you're Malala, Mandela, so that's what Global Citizen's all about. It's about using our collective voice to amplify the issues that you and I care about, to create change that's bigger than any single one of us. Even at the turn of the millennium, over 1 billion people were still living in extreme poverty. So the first iteration of the Millennium Development Goals occurred when Kofi Annan was Secretary General of the United Nations, and one of the key architects in the process was Professor Jeffrey Sachs of the Earth Institute at Columbia University. Professor Sachs, together with a broad team of advisors, worked to architect the Millennium Development Goals. Prior to that, there hadn't been an agreed global framework for development.
When the Millennium Development Goals were created, they were created within a vacuum. They were created within the United Nations, and it took about 5 years for people to even notice that they existed and they were a meaningful framework that could help guide us towards the end of extreme poverty.
People hadn't actually heard of the Millennium Development Goals. They had no political resonance because citizens weren't demanding for their adoption. Back in 2000, there wasn't even any form of social media. It wasn't until 2005 when you saw, Facebook and then Twitter, and we've been able to use these technologies to campaign for the end of extreme poverty, to mobilize citizens en masse and quickly. It's enabled citizen participation in this political process to be a lot more effective, a lot easier, and a lot cheaper ultimately.
So a group like Global Citizens, I see as a way of telling people who care and feel as though they want to take one step more to make them into effective campaigners. So when it got to 2013 and I knew there were going to be new goals, I thought let's try and make a fuss about them on time so that you don't, as it were, waste from 2015 to 2020.
As we were approaching the creation of the global goals, there was a whole process that was undertaken to include civil society, include nonprofit organizations, include voices from all over the globe.
We worked out that what the goals are is a way to end extreme poverty, first generation to end extreme poverty, last generation to be threatened by climate change, most determined generation to fight inequality and injustice. And then when the goals came out, to try and make them sort of friendly and exciting. And we did that by raising for people the idea that if they want to fight for one thing, the great thing is if they fight hard for that, for equality or for climate or for justice or whatever they want, that they're part of the whole community. It's a really worthwhile thing to do.